Was first ban in every game in the series, and it gets here. Roommate comes in and avalanche Boca. Winter Blast was the overwhelming odds from 11. All of them being done in the chat around with you as well as Chase and CCC. But first blood comes in for Bobica with that Winter Blast, and CCC will drop as well. So as we get in the power of that, got a Mango to get Ramblebase down and kill here onto Bobica. So 2-1 game. Balance having a good time. He went the Ultra Dragon form immediately, but now he's being chased. As I said, he was doing great. It's like a problem for him through the trade as well as the Remnant. They've got the 8th already down. That locks in the Embers. So Sean's still trying to get the Chalice, but Chalice gets behind the trees, and now Somnus might be the one who's in trouble. So Aqua gets the disarm with a lucky shot. Fade on the run. Somnus, not another astral step for a moment, but has the right impulse to get the kill. As the jump off by
could be about to get ugly down here.
Thunder comes in on the challenge as well as Somnus. They don't have level 6 on the Winter Wyvern, nor is it available, but the damage out of this Dragon Knight is enough. Challenge just getting locked down and killed off. However, this is going to be turned into kills for LGD and a dual victory. So if his change is in, but it's not going to be time. This engagement for that. They do have one more astral step. Somnus makes his way forward. Will was just on the edge. Terrorized by the Exotic Warping, and they lock him up with the 8th Remnant. They do have locked it with the first crown, which will pop once in the court embrace. They'll try to do the damage to get the kill here on SCC. They go on the low ground. Bates Herder goes down. So that was actually the Tome as Rolling Thunder comes through, gets the kill on Active as well as Chalice. Just Chalice, unfortunately, getting caught twice in that Rolling Thunder. Obstacle comes in as well as fixing the trade on top. So they're going to go off this Ember Spirit, waiting for trying to take out all the weapon. The damage on that SS isn't going to be enough because they've disarmed this Void Spirit, but SCC is going to focus FY as well as Cade. They grab the kill after the 8th Remnant pulls in Bobica, and they take out the Winter Wyvern. They're looking to think about going in an XSS. They don't have an extra step for 2 more seconds. DCC was an adaptive strike that finishes off all the way.
Talking about how a lot of these folks right now are kind of positioned changing the cores. They're not positioned for supports like another. Oh,
down on to Chalice. They're going to go to the Rolling Thunder as well as the Chalice has just been bullied. He has just been bullied.
I don't want to be playing like Bounty Hunter Ricky like this, but the trip another core, the line, the team laid on it, get onto the back line.
By starting with that Yule, then Hermes was laid down. Got the Sleeping, but now Dragon Tail going curves on a 3, but the Rolling Thunder makes sure that really all the weapon doesn't output that much damage on Chalice. They get the kill on Apple as well as X-Note. Now in the blow guard, the Breeze Fire finishes off Schwab. Point back to the high ground for Somnus. So deep breath, CCC. They've got him locked down with the duel, but Swashbuckle, Code Brace, and Splinter Blast to give dual damage over to the Morphling. That is not what you like to see if you're inside of OGD, but now let's see if they can clean up any of these heroes. It's a 4v2. Astro step away in the invis, but well, they've got themselves the center down, so they've got the down onto Chalice, and they'll get themselves yet another kill onto the DK.
Beautiful saves there by Winter Wyvern.
Struggle for Chalice, and I say that X-Note Vadani. Somnus on the run. Terrorize is fantastic. The problem is, it's with Rolling Thunder again. Winter's Curse comes in, and Emblem is out from FY. They still get any of these kills. They'll take out Local 11. They are losing numbers here on LGD. That looks like it's going to be third.
Things are just going bad to worse.
Emblem is, but there's the wave short, and it's a triple kill for CCC, even with just Lincoln's. He just really... There's this nearby. He's Blade, and is it enough to get the kill here on the Chalice? So force the pop at BKD. Still half of Will Waste, but Fate comes in and the silence, and it's quick to kill on X-Note.
Fate's doing his job perfectly with his Blimp Dagger. Again, I was telling you at the start of this game, he's going to be a huge problem for the Keep of Light, especially with that Blink Dagger.
On a wheel, these heroes that So the duel goes to the back line, onto the Winter Wyvern. Damage! Oh my god, more damage to the top of Team ASTER. Willis finally gets down, but as quickly as it was dropped, it was still. And I don't know if LG have any more answers. They've used what was supposed to be their answers.
Keep the light down, they're not going to be defending high ground for very long, Peacock.
Gosh, Chalice taking up two. It's got buyback, but
Dire structures are fortified.
two of seem close.
The injury there, another Rolling Thunder to bring down the Dragon Knight, triggering his PTSD from several other times this game.
Dire's middle barracks are under.
FY doing his best to cut these creep waves, but it doesn't even matter now with the Morphling. Actually, Somnus, cheeky play there.
A tool to teach.
Gremlin comes in. Chalice, can he finally get around them? He's stunned up. Willis is down. These heroes, they kill enough cards on X-Nova. SCC will get credit for that one. The big babies being caught by Chalice. They look over at SCC. So maybe they'll get counter on a Sun. Fulvica and Fate are dead. They've got themselves the lockdown onto the Panther here. So 3 gone. Wolf Spirit Rise back, so does the Dark Willow. Right clicks on a Chuan, not going to be enough here from Chalice, but Chalice surviving through the moment. We form in though with the adaptive strike to finish him off. Ultra kill for SCC, and they spot Old 11. Rampage time for SCC. It might be, it should be, and it could be, and it will be.
Oh, don't talk shit about my Lincoln Sphere, says Triple up again.
Desperate play, it seems like, from LGD. As we step forward, they've got the silence to the Wyvern, but the damage is just not going to be enough down there. Let him know. You get a big chunk of damage before he went into the duel. Can he get the kill on the Winter Wyvern? See, can he win full victory here? As Access goes into the Roar of Thunder and now focuses on the side of LGD, hitting 3 of these heroes and disrupting the point entirely. Nova ends up falling. The Pv's been popped by 11. He's trying to run with the damage coming through on FY, so they've got full support out of the fight. They look for a Chalice in the smoke screen. They get the kill there. They look for 4 Somnus and double kill for SCCC. 4 heroes gone without buyback, and GG is called from LGD.
That looked so promising at the start of the LGD. That's the exact hero that you want to find and pick off at the start of the team fight, so Winter Wyvern, but just couldn't get it.
Aster can take this one. I do like Aster's lineup. It might end up being a little bit too slow, but we'll see.
Fade playing pretty far forward already. That's 2 sentries.
Still keeping 3 on both these. It's rare that we see 3v3s these days. Or, these tri-lane setups. There's damage coming out into Chalice. Bobica gets first blood onto X-Nova. Now looking over at Chalice, and Firestorm comes in. Yeah, I mean, they're in a good spot. Those 2 kills over top to start the game off are certainly a good feeling. Because sometimes when you see a 5-position silencer like this, as Fade gets lit up by the Illuminate, goes into the tricks of the trade, and we'll try to run, but there is the Wraith Fire and Blast. Now Bobica in between it all. He gets hit with a blinding light. Trying to help maybe get a kill here. Surviving. FY in trouble. Bobica just wants the extra intelligence. Please, just get the kill on FY. That's all he wants, and there it is. But
he didn't get it.
He didn't get the intelligence. The thing is, too, with this is, I would say, and I was starting to go into it before that exchange happened, you see 5-position silencers so many times find themselves in a spot where they only have like 2 stolen intelligence. 15 minutes into the game. Oh, Bristleback bottom! We're in the jungle, really. Chuan ends up
Storm. As long as you can get him before he gets his Yules. So it goes on Ricky right here. Ricky's probably going to go down.
Ooh, however, though, they get the kill on X-Nova. Yes, Fade will die, but now getting himself yet another 2 intelligence. Bobica now, Somnus, Arcane Curse on him. It's not going to matter. He ends up back into the base, and now they're trying to turn this as the Illuminate gets thrown out. But damage from Bobica onto Chalice. He's sitting level 6. He's holding a skill point, hoping to go into the reincarnation. The Wraith Fire Blast is starting to fade. He's got the tricks of the trade, and now the damage onto Chalice. They'll get the first life. But Winter's Curse They'll take out Fade. Bobica also dead. 2 heroes gone. If they could get the second life away from Chalice, this would be decent for Aster. But they're going to lose XSS, so 3 heroes go down. They look over to CCC. Chalice on the run. They'll get the kill there. They fall back on the Ricky, and now can they get this Void out of here? Yes, they can. Has Bristle gotten in too far? Not really looking as such because of the fact that he's got so much health. And continuing to try and run down this hero.
Yikes for me. Maybe somebody from chat caught who got that one. Take a look at a minute here.
Sentry Ward is down, but it didn't matter here for Chalice. He doesn't have that reincarnation. They'll get themselves another kill and taking 2 more int away from the Wraith King.
Good kill. While he's in the Chronosphere. We'll see how this works.
They're going to try and go for this kill out onto the Bristleback. They use the Global Silence. Do they have the damage to kill him off? Yes, they do. That'll be another one there for Aster as Bobica. I'm not certain if he got himself the int there, but they'll also use the Chronosphere on the Somnus, get themselves a second. Good fight from Aster using those big cooldown ultimates to lock down 2 kills. On top of which, they should be able to get a tier 2 tower, or a tier 1 over mid.
He's not been having the best game. 18 last hits, 1 in 4.
Actually sitting 1,000 behind where the Winter Wyvern is going into the Aether Lens, so just trying to keep the distance and make sure that he's able to get off the Winter's Curse. However, they lose Fade bottom, but they get the first life out of the hands of Chalice. Bobica helping out to get this kill, and now another +2. Winter's Curse comes in, but with the Will-O-Wisp, it's not as effective as maybe they would have hoped. Walks onto the high ground, and now looking over at the Bristleback, he may just throw the Chronosphere, but instead uses that time dilation, looks over at Old 11, who just pops the Lotus Orb and looks to TP out, because over mid, we take a look, the Ball Lightning, the Global Silence comes in, that'll save the life of Schwan. They get the kill there on X-Nova. Now they look over at Old 11, Bobica, the Arcane Curse onto him, Pit of Malice, locking down Old 11, but it's not going to be enough. Fade ends up dead. Now the Winter's Curse. It's not on anybody more than the Ember for the moment. Schwan trying to get a Remnant, trying to survive as CCC is here with the Chrono. They will get this first life out of the hands of this Wraith King, or I say first life, but he had Reincarnation still on cooldown, and down goes the Storm. Bobica gets credit for that one. They're looking for more, and it's the Sleight of Fist Searing Chains on all. I say that, no, GD, you're still playing the pressure point. As they look over now at Bobica, this feels like a lot of revenge, but the Remnants come through, and Storm's in a lot of trouble. The Tricks of the Trade, they've got the Cold Embrace. They'll take the first life away from Chalice. There's the Winter's Curse once again coming in from this LGD side, but I'm not certain that's really going to do enough. They get the kill there on the Somnus. They look over at Chalice. Chalice in trouble. He's got the Lotus Orb on him thanks to Old 11, but it's not going to keep him alive. They get the kill there onto the Wraith King. They look for more with the Remnants. And Old 11 on the run, full HP, but surrounded on all sides. You really do wish you had Bobica to maybe get a bit of this intelligence, but he uses those spider legs to go up onto the high ground. He's also got the Lotus Orb on him once again. They've got the Silence down with the smoke screen, as well as the Tricks of the Trade once again. Pin of Malice, and Old 11 finally falls as the long chase becomes beneficial.
I think it's going to be very easy for the Wraith King to just pop the BKB, walk directly at the Silencer.
Yep, Bobica looking to get himself into the BKB. The BKB is popped by SCCC. They've got themselves the Global Silence. They'll take out Somnus. Now they look over at Chalice. And does he have the mana to come back? Yes, he does. Winter's Curse on a Fade, maybe to get the kill here onto the Ricky. Can they even get that? So far, so good. They finally take one. The Will-O-Wisp is down. That's going to sweep up both SCCC as well as XSS, but they get the kill on the Chalice anyway, so they've only lost Fade. He bought back in this engagement. Now they're looking to go after FY. Old 11 trying to mitigate the backlines on this as he looks over at Bobica, gets the kill on the Silencer, but they've lost themselves the Winter Wyvern, and they'll lose Old 11. Aster, they come out on top. They go out ahead by 3,000 net worth, and I think...
Oh my god! He was there 1 second, then he was just gone. I mean,
now the Reincarnation will always get off. He goes and turns that into a Silver Edge. Smoke through from Aster.
They'll get the Winter Wyvern.
Or at least try to. They've got the Silence. They'll have the damage. Can they get the kill? Yes, they will. Somnus comes in. He needs to be careful.
Aegis is now gone.
Expired. Timings are always a little bit of a problem with that. And now they get the kill onto the Winter Wyvern. They're looking to get the kill on the Kato, who drops the Will-O-Wisp. I don't know about that. Oh, God. The ultimate payback coming through, but is he? So look at the damage that Sonus is taking!
Oh no, does he get away? Okay. Oh my god.
Bobaka with the massive tip!
Buyback, regardless of what he has. Because again, if you get the enemies to overcommit, you buy back and then you pop a global silence. It's almost better than a perfect global silence to really get going on.
And they're thinking about going in on Old 11. Do they have the damage to really finish him off? Remnant onto the backline, looking over at X Nova, and now Old 11's got the Lotus Orb on him. Well, Chuan pops the BKB. Vortex comes in, the Chronosphere is out onto 2 as well as the Firestorm, but they've got themselves the Winter's Curse. That's combined with the Will-O-Wisp. So again, they've kind of overlapped these ultis. Global Silence has not been used just yet. Chalice on the run here with the Pit of Malice. They're trying to get the first life out of the hands of this Wraith King, and they finally do. But there's the BKB. The Global Silence comes out afterwards, and now Somnus might be in a little bit of trouble. A lot of damage being done here onto this Void. He'll buy back immediately. They look over at Chalice. They're trying to get the kill. Onto the backlines, though, is Old 11 looking over at Bobaka. Bobaka surviving with the Magic Lamp for a little bit longer as he's now in the smoke screen. They get the kill on a Chalice. They take out the Wraith King. He'll buy back immediately, and they don't have buyback on Bobaka. Not that they need. He's already used the Global Silence. They've got the Cold Embrace on Old 11. Chalice moving forward, looking to get that Wraith Fire Blast, but avoided with the Sleight of Fist from Shawan. Now Old 11 continuing to move forward, looking for the Faceless Void once again, but SCCC's damage might be too much, and it might be too much for Chalice to handle. But the ball landing all the way in, looking over at this Ember, has the Electric Vortex. Can he get the kill onto this Ember Spirit? Yes, he can. He's got buyback. XSS now might need to think about going away on this one, as he's got the Dark Rift available, and as he's taking a lot of damage, he ends up dead. Dead and gone. He had 200 extra Atrophy Aura damage as well as 143 permanent damage. Old 11 now looks over at Fade. Tricks of the trade onto the high ground, but there's the ball landing, looking for the Electric Vortex. Not there in time, just 2 feet away.
Woo. Just barely gets out of there. Oh my god, what a crazy fight. Again, I think that could have been a very, very different fight if... Oh no, this could be so bad.
This can just be the end of the game if this Ember dies. He's dead for 2 minutes. Bobaka, Magic Lamp, not gonna matter. We'll look over to get this Void. That Ember getting caught out like that.
Here, you've got Desolator on the Wraith King, you've got the Aghanim's Blessing from the Roshan just now. Even if you do manage...
Gung-ho play. They do have a Repair Kit as well as making this a little bit more difficult with the Smoke Screen, forcing the BKB from Chalice. But the timings have to work out, and now without the Glyph, that's just the end of the game. So we'll be going to a Game 3 on this one.
LGD, some really good fights by them. You can hear that sound every time you get headshot. Especially when it feels like you're getting hit 100%.
He's also got the YYF set.
Yeah.
Represent.
He's got the quick draw as well.
Supremacy, then into telekinesis, but I think I'd spoken about it earlier, just the telekinesis coming through and you're looking to get something done, and that's exactly what they do there with XSS. But the Rocket Barrage comes out and it's a trade, so Chalice, he'll get a kill there on a Fade. They'll get the first blood out on X Nova. XSS Fable into a level 2 Void. On top of which, SCCC, FY, with the sniper, the 4-position sniper, getting it done. Can he get a second? Old 11 will get credit for the second kill, and they are getting a couple down in this bottom lane here for LGD.
Old 11 taking a lot of damage here, but there's that disarm, and oh, he does manage to get him as he's popping that TP2, just caught him on the very edge of that, so they're gonna have to walk. Oh, yeah. It's interesting that you can do that now.
Taking a lot of damage from the Rocket Barrage. They've got the Ink Swell coming through from X Nova. They might lose the Grimstroke, but the Rocket Barrage will claim the life of XSS. The Homing Missile changes targets because Night Stalker died and they don't get him a second. The fake out coming through. Jesus. Meanwhile, mid, Torrent comes in. They've got the Stroke of Fake from X Nova as well as the Silence with the Phantom's Embrace. And Chuan able to survive. He's got the rotations coming in from Fate as well as Bobaka. FY being a nuisance, throwing the Ducks and the Quacks over onto these heroes.
Oh man, I'm getting angry at some of these Twitch chat comments. Quacky under pressure, give him the quacks. I don't want to see this support sniper. Top tower getting dove, but throws out that call down. The Radiant side thinks better of it, and they decide not to dive. Again, they can't have TPs coming out to assist them. Pangolier does have Rolling Thunder, so they're quite easy.
Oh boy, here comes LGD though. They've got themselves the Void on an X-Nova, though trying to run away this Grimstroke. He's taking a lot of damage. They'll throw the dust in. X-Nova sits low, ends up dead. Schwann gets credit for the kill on that. The Rocket Barrage though on the Schwann, not going to be enough. The Rolling Thunder comes in from Old 11 on the high ground, knocks up both SCCC as well as Schwann. Now here comes the boat. They get the kill there onto the DK. CCC alive for now, as they've got the Swashbuckle as well as the Urn Place on a Fade, but behind them with the Swarm and the extra damage is SCCC, Bobuka, and XSS. So they'll try to get Chalice, who picks up a regen rune, but it won't be enough. He ends up dead soon after, and Somnus might be there to join him in the grave as well. As Shikuchi is used, Fade gets the final blow, and Old 11. God, this is really falling apart for LGD.
He's fine. I thought he was trying to beat that. Everyone's pretty close at the moment. Daytime hits, XSS has to be a little bit careful. Dark Ascension will cool down for another 10 seconds. It might go
the TP away, the Torrent gets him before he's able to get the escape. And so right now things quieting down a little bit as we still see LGD's 3 cores towards the top, and Kunkka kind of recovering as well, because he was sitting behind the Weaver at one point, now sitting here towards the top. He's got the X, boat coming in. They'll get the Assassinate and the boat, as well as the Tidebringer from Somnus to finish off SCCC.
Trying to chase him down with the Rolling Thunder. It is a very fast hero keeper of the light, though. Slow him a little bit down with the Swashbuckle.
Hits down level 10, gets that cooldown reduction. Got Night Stalker who also hit that level 10. He goes in the 150 health instead of the 150 mana. So he's almost finished off that axe. Meanwhile, mid Elder Dragon form is used as well as the Dragon Tail to lock down Old 11. They've got the Telekinesis to continue that lockdown. Fade gets the kill there onto the Pangolier. X-Nova makes a rotation over, but...
What's that all 15 talent? He's got the Grove Bow as well. People are gonna be... Oh no.
Gan was perfect, but they've got the Telekinesis as well as the Will-O-Wisp being used. That's going to lock up 3 of these heroes. The book comes in. So Chow's trying to survive with the BKB. He looks over at the Night Stalker, who does have this new Ags, and I believe this is the Ags reveal on the Night Stalker as the Illuminate comes in. There's a lot of damage on the FY. They've got the X on the XSS. They're trying to bring him back, but the Blinding Light keeps him alive. On the other side of this fight, though, the Rolling Thunder as well as the Swashbuckle. Can they get the kill? Stolen boat, not going to be enough. SCCC drops, as does Chalice, but the Void really disrupting the LGD fight, as they're looking over with Schwann nearby. So now FY looking for an Assassinate. Gets thrown forward. Soulbind on the Schwann, but it's not going to connect to anybody else. X through on a Fade, gets the kill. Somnus has 1. Void hits onto both Old 11 as well as Somnus. They're still trying to get something as the Spirit Vessel burns out XSS, and ASTER, as time goes on, are losing more and more in this engagement. Another Assassinate flying forward from FY. He's got the Spirit Vessel on a Bobica. Can they get the kill on Escato? Yes, they can with the X as well as the Torrent. They'll take out a 4-for-1 in the favor of LGD, and dominating spree for Sonic. Guess. I don't know if it factors too much.
We're about to be taken down here. I don't think they got to realize that they're doing it now, but I'm not sure they can get there in time.
Pango's surviving for the moment. Old 11 also has that Swashbuckle to run away from this DK. They're still inside the Roche pit, and it's going to be hard for them to close the distance, and they won't be able to do so. So he just comes into the hand of Chalice. They've got the Swashbuckle as well as the Assassinate that stuns him up for 1.8 seconds. The BKB is going to be popped by Schwann, and he'll be out of here.
Take a fight here.
Forcing. Look at the positioning from FY, or what was the positioning from FY. He is sitting so far back. Assassinate comes in, and SCCC unable to get the time lapse off again. Picture of that guy who's just doing the aliens. And that's all you need. Position 4 sniper, and it's just that picture. Telekinesis, and there's the Assassinate that stuns up the Dragon Knight, so that gives Chalice a chance to try and go in on this, but the Dragon Tail hits and Inksaw comes through, but the BKB's been popped by Schwann, so they get the first life away from the hands of the Gyrocopter. FY Assassinate up again. Who's he going to go after with this? It'll be up at both the Night Stalker as well as the DK. BKB's with the call down being used, and with the Soulbind pulling them back, they've got the X, and they'll take out the DK. He doesn't have buyback to look over at SCCC. BKB's been popped, Shikuchi forward, trying to get something out of this, but there's the Assassinate as well as the Stroke of Fate once again on the XSS. He needs to run back to the high ground, and he'll be able to do so successfully, but the Torrent misses on SCCC. They still are without this DK, but they don't have a second life on Chalice. And they don't feel comfortable going for it. Oh boy.
Barely.
Radiant Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom
Let's see, how
barracks
far
are
back can you sit a sniper?
Yes.
That's disgusting. I can't even see the circle, and I'm continuing to zoom out. Assassinate flies through, that's going to hit into the Dragon Knight, and now with the Willows down, can they continue to survive with this? They look to try and focus Chalice. They've got the telekinesis as well as Bow coming. The Soulbind, though, that breaks off of SCCC, I think. And now back onto him. The Assassinate hits both these heroes. Now SCC is just dead! 64 seconds, no buyback. The Assassinate went to both of them. They will get the kill here on the Chalice.
You have buyback
so they
now on the
do
Weaver.
take out the Gyrocopter. They've got the buyback available on the Weaver, but not the Gyro. So Assassinate flies in on XSS. This is making this fight so hard for ASTER because now they lose the Night Stalker. He doesn't have buyback, and FY is continuing to just be a nuisance. He actually doesn't have mana for another Assassinate. That's how little mana he has. But they get the kill into the DK. He's gone for 77 seconds with no buyback. The BKB's been popped by SCCC. Goes into the time lapse, and he's trying to kill off Somnus as well as Over 11 as FY just sitting, waiting, wishing that he can get himself another Assassinate. But he'll take the free trip back to the well, fill up on mana, and come back into the fight in just a moment. So LGD might be looking to rock and roll once again. 36 seconds until Gyrocopter's back up, and Old 11 is on the front lines looking to disrupt both all of Bobica, Fade, and SCCC. Phantom's Embrace. There's the X. They look for the Torrent. They land it with the Assassinate. FY takes out his target, and an immediate GG coming in from ASTER after that. So with one shot on the gun, FY gets the GG call from ASTER. Is it in your pubs? Because it feels like it's in everybody's pubs.
I hate to see it, but they did it. The position 4 sniper that
I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold.